What's up, guys? I'm Mike.
I'm Luke.
And today we are back checking out the green cards for One Piece OP08 Two Legends. We are going over just the green cards. We went over to Chopper in the red set because all the cards in here are base red for him. We'll go over Marco, who's blue red in the blue set because all the cards are blue for him. But to start us off is our green leader.
I can't read this one, man. I can't read this one. The allegations are plenty in our Discord. Well, I can't do this one.
Here's the problem. They're all furry, so I'm just leaving this one to you.
Oh god, dude.
Solo review. Here we go.
Oh my god. Okay, we got Carrot. He really left. He really left me. I gotta read this one on my own, guys. Okay, we got Carrot here. She's a 5k power. Activate main once per turn. If you have a character with a Minks type in play, rest up to one of your opponent's cost 5 or less characters. That's a 5 life leader, green. Jeez, I don't know. How do I rate this? Anything I rate on this, Mike, is just literally I'm gonna be shot down in the comment section. I can't do this one. I can't do. Come back. I can't do this. Where did he actually go? Oh my god. This is too much. Fine. Okay, I'll do the next one. It's Dogstorm. Dogstorm is a 5 cost 6. You know, wait, hold on. I have to do the rating scale. We have to do the rating scale. Introducing the rating scale. We are rating cards here on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being that they are basically unplayable, 5 being that they are game warping. I'm giving Carrot here I'll give her 3.
I give her a 4. You see, Carrot is not only in the gray-green temple archetype, but literally gets to be baked in removal like Perona by resting 5 cost slots. And no, unlike Perona, she doesn't get black, so she can't reduce things into the 5 cost range. But I think more than ever, she gets elevated by the card pool, which we try to stay away from. But with a leader like this, that's very kind of like the Chopper, very baked into we are doing type old stuff and that's it. I think we have to look at it that way. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 3 because we do have to have a character in play for this ability to be active. So what happens if I break? What happens if I do? My board gets removed, things like that. Like that's why I think it's harder to maintain a leader ability.
But it rests a Sabo.
But it rested Sabo.
It rests a Sabo blocker.
Oh.
Yep. What do you give her on the furry scale?
Okay, so like the furry scale is actual. Yeah, if it is more animal than girl, then it leans towards fairy territory, right? Karen is absolutely more animal than girl, right? She's just girl shaped.
But she's giving you that raw XD.
Yeah, but she has like the fur. You can see the fur tufts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is more.
Wait, hold on. What about this one?
Oh god, dude, it's worse, dude.
What do you mean?
It's worse because the mouth shape is okay.
Yeah, but you like Power Rangers, so you like a Power Rangers pose.
I guess so.
You're like a.
I mean, that's cool. Like a henshin pose, like that's cool.
Yeah. Wouldn't you want to be on the other side of the henshin with her?
No.
Touch the tips of your hands.
And I don't know how to answer you.
Okay. Real talk, this Dogstorm goes so hard. How is this not a full art card? Who did this one?
This is sick.
Tatsuya?
The goat, dude, of course.
What else did he do?
He did the Whitebeard. He did yeah.
Bro, give this a full art, please. Bring back the box cover full arts just for this. 6k, 5 cost, 1k counter. On play, if your leader has Minks type, with 2 of your opponents rested 5 cost or lower characters, cannot be set active during their refresh stamp.
Oh.
Minks Akazaya 9 as well, notably.
That is crazy.
Although it's Minks lock, so Akazaya 9 doesn't really help, at least for now. Yeah, this is just if your opponent goes first, you go to 5, you go to 6. They go 3, play something. They play something on 5. They attack with a thing on 3, assumably. If not, you just don't have to give them any counters, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Then you rest the thing they played on 5, and then you play this, and you're like, all right, cool, attack face.
Yeah.
Genius.
That's sick. That's cool. I like that green is going back to its like resting stuff. Like it really feels like we're going back there, so that's nice.
My biggest takeaway, just kind of a spoiler, is that these cards are very, very good design tempo cards. The problem is they're playing a traditional like Magic the Gathering like OG archetypal deck, and One Piece's current busted unregulated power scaling is just way past that being able to be good, unless we just print more of the top end stuff on there. But I'm personally excited. I will probably play a version of this deck because I think the gameplay style is really
I'm
cool.
just sad we can't run this in green, yellow, Yamato, actually, because of the Akazaya 9 trading. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just the Minks, but...
The Minks, yeah.
Maybe she eats the Mink fruit,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, what about this carrot? Furry scale, 1 to 5.
This one feels more girl than beast in this one.
Okay, how about the alt art?
Admittedly, this alt art is very cute.
This is giving me Anime Expo cosplay photo pose.
I think, yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. It's also just giving me like con promotional material.
Can we talk about just like, why are her breasts so much farther forward? I don't know if I keep this in the video or not. But why, like, genuinely, why are her breasts so much farther up, like, in this one? When there's nothing under them, right? Like...
I mean, you know why. We all know why. It's because it's illustrated for the... We need the sweet gams to make the sweet yams, dude.
All right, well, Furry Queen, give us your read.
Oh my god.
Listen, I'm not allowed to read them.
You're not allowed to read
I
them.
have to bow to the king.
Oh my
You know?
god.
I
dude.
defer to the
Defer?
expert. I defer.
You defer?
No, I duffer, not defer.
Oh my god.
I duffer.
5 cost,
You're the one
6k
that- you're the
power.
one that defers when you come
5
over
cost,
here.
6k
You're the
power.
one that defers whenever you have to come over here to shoot after you're done being a furry, okay?
There's nothing wrong in the furry community. They actually contribute
I
to
never
lots of
said that.
society.
You're the one that's embarrassed.
Oh my god.
I always talk about the
Oh god.
the news story from, like, I feel like it was like 6 years ago now, where a bunch of Croatian refugees got sent to Canada and they were getting put up in their hotel for going where they need to go, and the hotel was holding a furry convention. And there's just a bunch of like orphans, like out of like Croatia or Syria or something like that. They can't speak English, just depressed. I think they're also maybe got snowed in there. I forget. There's like an R factor, and so all the furries started coming up and just like entertaining the kids because there's a bunch of small children who are lost, scared, and can't speak the language.
Oftentimes, I have known furries to be that kind. I actually don't know if I've known a bad furry, but anyway, furry community, don't come for me. Anyway, 5 cost, 6k power, 1k counter, on play, when attacking, up to one of your opponent's rested cost 7 or less characters. Do not become active during its owner's next refresh phase. I couldn't pay attention to that description because you were whispering something in your mic. I will hear it in the video.
That's Predator Mike.
What's one of your opponent's rested?
Yeah, this card's great. It's on play when attacking, so you loop it. Yeah.
That's cool.
7 or less.
Something is always rested.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, your leader rested, and it's just like, okay, rested.
Now it's permanent
Okay, stay.
rested.
Okay, stay.
And we don't have to swing into it.
And then they try to swing it down with something, and you're like, okay, I'll play Dogstorm. Now they're all rested. I give us a 4, maybe a 4.5.
Wait, unironically, I might play Carrot next
Like
set.
this card's not this card's not leader locked.
Yeah, this is
So just
good.
like you play this in Bonney, like
Yeah.
you activate Bonney, then you just play Carrot, and you're like,
Oh, that's Pog.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's Pog.
They attack you activate, you rest their, let's say it's a mirror match, rest their not the cabinet, your Hawkins. They're 6 drop Hawkins, and then you keep it rested when you play Carrot next turn.
This is a 4. This
It
is
might be a
4.
4.5. It's definitely a 4.
I think it turns into a 5 depending on what we get.
It's not a 5.
later
It's
on.
definitely no. It's definitely not.
No,
5.
later on. I think whatever we get.
To be a 5, it would have to be a 5/7, I think, with like no counter.
5/7 would be so good.
Yeah, I think being a 5/6 is
Fair.
it's and 6k is easy to get down to the 3/4 cost reduction. 5's easy to get down to like the 2/0 cost reduction.
Right.
So that's why I'm at like 4.5.
That makes sense.
It's
I
not
think
like
it's a 4.
out of reach.
Yeah, I think it's a 4 with the option of becoming a 5 later on.
Cool.
Based off of like
F
what
for
happens.
future.
Yeah, F for future.
I will say I'm gonna give my first flavor medal to the entire Minks printing. I don't think any one of them were like, wow, this is super playable. But I think they did a great job of translating the Minks and their like base power they have with their like electrical like I don't know what you call
like
it.
stunning them. Like,
Yeah, their electrical like ability to mess with nervous systems. That's what
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Their shock claws. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is it like?
I think they've done a really good job of translating that really unique concept in the show into a game mechanic, which is why one of the reasons a lot of us like the One Piece trading card game. And so I'm gonna give a flavor award to the entire Minks subtype here, unless they have no effect.
Congration, you done it.
This is the first of a trio, so we'll kind of go through all of them because they're really
They
all the same
synergize
card.
off each other?
So this is they're just different versions of each other. So this is Conslot. He's a 3/4 1k counter. When attacking, up to one of your opponent's rested 4 or lower characters cannot be set active.
Okay.
Shisilian is a 3/4, up to 3 or less lower cannot be set active. but this is on play, whereas the other one's on attack. And then this one is Dawn 1, when attacking, is a 2/3. Until your opponent's rested 1 cost or lower characters, cannot be set as active. For Joe Bunny.
I see.
Not to be confused with Bunny Joe, who's a
Bunny
Revolutionary Army character.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true, huh?
So,
Joe Bunny, dude.
Bunny Joe.
It's so Jover.
When he hits the board, it's
It's
Jover.
Jover.
If I ever play this at pre-release, I'm going to say it's Jover
it's
when I play
Jover.
it. But yeah, I think this is a really cool design cycle. Obviously, the ones that keep the 4 and the 3 down are the best ones. They're also on play or just when attacking with anything else. I give these guys like a 3.5
Yeah,
and
that
this
one
one
gets
like a
like
2.5.
1.
It's better than a 1 because it's playing into archetypal themes, which will have other characters like surrounding it and supporting it, right?
Sure.
I mean, like, for example, just getting to keep a searcher tap rested or a 1-drop blocker rested instead of having to attack into it is better than having to give it the attack, right? Like, obviously, over a course of a couple turns, it might then become active and then you wish you attacked it, right? But there's like a balance of like, this is not a bad card design.
Right.
It's just not relevant with the cards. I mean, like, if Zoro's a meta deck, this card's pretty good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, I agree, but it's also like, you know, like how oftentimes are you teching into like things like that?
Oh,
So,
not often.
Yeah,
but
that-
I'm just saying 1 is like, why does this exist? I understand why this one exists. I have to give it a 2.
Sure. Yeah, I think because they're still thinking about like printing chump blockers and things like that. You know, wait now.
What?
It'd be really cool in Pro.
3.8.
Yeah. This is Tristan. 1 cost, 3k power, 1k counter. She kind of looks like the librarian from the Goofy movie too.
So what do we put that at?
For that alone, she gets a 4.
Okay, is that that's on the first scale?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
What about the card scale?
On the card scale, yeah, that's a 2. I don't know, that's a 1-3.
It's a 1?
1-3. Dude,
But,
does green even run 1-3s?
No.
No, right?
No.
Yeah, no.
Catviper's back. The art isn't as cool, but he's pretty cool himself.
Yep.
6k power, 5 cost, 1k counter on play. If your opponent has 7 or more rested cards, this character gains Rush.
Ooh.
So it's very similar to the, oh my god, Trichoclasm.
Oh yeah,
that card
yeah.
we can never
3 mana
pronounce.
Trichoclasm, yeah.
Where it counts the characters and the Dawn.
Yeah.
So if your opponent like taps out for a 5-drop and attacks with leader and whatever they played on 1 or 3, then this comes down on your 6th Dawn turn. It has Rush and can attack for 7.
Sick.
Right? So
Yeah, that's cool.
I like it. It's pretty cool. It's
I like
definitely, it feels different. I understand how it plays into what all the other Minks are doing, but it feels a little too different where I feel like this card doesn't actually see play unless like the format gets a little bigger where you want to be able to put a sizable rush body in your deck. But I think it's cool. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 2.5. I think like it can easily turn into like one of those staple cards later on.
Yeah.
If like something happens to the format, but as of now, I don't know. I don't see this being played.
For me, it's like one of the, I can't think off the top of my head. I'm sure there's like, there's Rody. There's like, I think it's the only other rush card in green, and then it's not locked and there's no drawback, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
conditional, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I
this
feel
is a
like
good conditional. This is an achievable one.
Right, and so what I'm saying is that like this opens up an avenue for green decks to attack certain play styles that become dominant in the meta.
Right.
That it doesn't have with literally any other card because it gains the red's rush mechanic. So that's kind of where I'm
Yeah,
going.
that makes sense.
Whereas like, you can't just throw a Rody in any deck. Like, if you're a 4-life leader green deck, you
Yeah.
can't just be like, I'm gonna play 4 Hodys in this deck. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
Yeah,
that's not necessarily on the table, you know? Technically this is a yellow card, so I'm gonna let you take this one.
Oh, because Pekoms was yellow?
Because
Because
it's a
of Big
big
Mom Pirate?
I guess it also makes it purple too.
Yeah. This is Pekoms, 4 cost, 6k power, no counter. If this character is active, characters other than Pekoms that have Minks type with a cost of 3 or less will not be KO'd by effects.
I remember really excited when I read this card at first until I got to what the cost was. I was like, and then it said or less. I'm like,
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. It does work against black reducers on your big bodies because they have to reduce it first.
Oh, yeah.
So, with the exception of like Stussy and stuff,
Right,
you know,
right.
it does work.
Yeah.
It just is a little awkward,
Yeah, it's just such a like specific bandage for that.
and it has to
right?
be active is the problem.
Yeah.
And it made it a 4/6. We're like, I want to attack with this.
Yeah.
It's a 4/6 without counter. But I think it's better than like Pickles and a lot of the other you know, no reduction. Like, you have to put a Gorder on this mono deck with RP Law, and not that you're really doing KO and that stuff. You have to reduce this by 2 typically in a black deck to kill this. So I actually give this a 3.5 because it's a swinger. Actually, no, sorry, it's 3. It's only Minks. Sorry, I thought it was Minks and animals. Since it's not animals. But I give this a 3. I think this is the best version of the protecting the rest of your board against black or against general KO that we've seen. Also, these turtles are cute as shit.
Yeah, they are cute turtles.
Yep.
I mean, like, it's such an awkward card. Like, I get why it's 6k power, because you want to, like, at least make somebody work for it to remove it.
Yeah.
And I get why it's a 4, so it doesn't automatically protect itself, right?
Right.
So, but...
Well, it does say other than Pekoms.
Oh, never mind.
So, yeah, because obviously they gotta reduce it.
Me? Yeah,
Yeah, they gotta reduce it.
Sure, fine. No, never mind. It's like 2.5. I don't know.
The GOAT! Also,
Pedro.
hot take, this is one of those things where I think the regular art looks way better than the alt art. Like,
yeah,
this is
true,
good.
true,
This
true.
is also really cool.
Maybe
and
the
I'm
texturing
sure,
is cool.
Right, with the
Yeah.
right texturing, like, see this line work back here? I'm sure it could be really cool. But this art goes really hard, dude.
That's really cool, man.
Pedro is a 4-cost, 5,000 power with 1k counter with blocker, and on KO, choose one. Rest up to one of your opponent's Dawn, or KO up to one of your opponent's rested 6-cost or lower characters. So in the, you know, in the character deck, you should always have a 5 or less rested and locked down.
Right.
So that can get there. Resting the Dawn is not irrelevant for sure, especially if your opponent needs to order of operations correctly in a certain way. 4-5 trading, fine, but it has blockers, so that makes up for it. I give it a 3.5.
Does this KO every Sparrow? It does, right?
No, there's. Oh no, yeah, it's 6-8. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about Baron Tomoko. That's the one I was trying.
Oh, is that the one? Oh wait, who does he?
Well, he dies the Parasparrow, but Baron Tomoko is the one he has like the beef with.
Oh,
he has beef with Parasparrow too, but it's like Tomoko's the one you spend the whole arc.
Yeah.
And he doesn't kill him either because he technically is.
Yeah.
He is Ichigan. I'm not good with that one.
Vote for Pedro. I give him a 3.5.
Yeah, I think about like 3.5's fine. Yeah.
A blocker is good that has an on KO effect, so that's pretty.
Yeah,
sick,
that's what really makes it loaded here
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, it's Miyagi.
Wax on.
3 cost, 1k power, 1k counter. On play, up to one of your costs, 2 or lower Minks type characters become active.
I will tell you there's no rest searcher, so I don't really know why we have this card. It targets the one that keeps a 1-cost rested down, I guess. And it targets Tristan, obviously, which is like the other flavor, I guess. But yeah, 1.
1?
I just don't see any reason to play this card on the board, ever. It's a 3-1, too. Like,
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of cheap Mink stuff, but you don't actually want to play the cheap Mink stuff, is the problem.
Yeah, like MIlky.
Like, it makes sense when you look at the card pool, but they should be making the card pool better, you know? So, oh, you want to get MIlky?
Yeah, I mean, like this is the card I was looking at.
Yeah, here, go for it.
Oh god, why'd they name her MIlky?
I mean,
why'd they do that?
You wanted to look at her,
Jesus,
so here you go.
no, you choose next. Oh, why'd they make her that way? Okay. 2 costs.
Are you mad at them for making her that way, or are you mad that you got outed, you know, self-outed?
Oh my god, it doesn't matter anymore at this point.
It's the Milky Way.
Oh my goodness gracious, dude. Oh.
That worked on a lot of levels.
2 cost, 0k power, 2k counter. Activate main. You can rest this character if your leader has the Minks type set up to one of your Dawn card act. Oh, wait, so do you play her and then play Miyagi? Is that what you're doing, and then you play it again?
I feel like no, because you pay 3 to unrest 2, but you already paid 3.
So you're like at a minus.
No.
It's not efficient.
You just got skill check, dude. You just got skill check.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, I saw
think
2 costs. I'm like, maybe Miyagi arrested.
I mean, this is a 2k counter on the deck, right? It's in the subtype. I think like the only reason you play this card, deadass, is like if you just need to go wide enough, like you're at like 8+ Dawn turn. You just need to go wide enough to have enough attackers. So you just do it, play it, rest it, get a Dawn active, and you're like, they cannot kill enough things now. Like, I just have it on board. I got a little bit of value. They cannot kill enough things. I can't think of any other reason really to play this card.
I can't even think about that.
Chat, let us know.
You literally play 2 so you could set 1 active?
No, you play 2 just because you have to put a body for next turn. And so you're just setting a Dawn as active to be aggressive this turn, so it only costs 1. Just because you're like,
I'm setting up the 0k
because like you're like, it's like killing with a Suru. It just happens sometimes, you know? Like, I'm not saying it's good. You just asked a question, and I answered it. Now you answer my question. Where is it on the furry scale?
Yeah, that's a pure furry, isn't it? That's
so yeah, you say what is a pure or a purdy?
Like I said pure. I said pure. Like, okay,
I'm like,
fuck, I don't know, dude. No, what? Oh my god. Honestly, these furries should not be like exposed to the horrors of war as they often are in One Piece. 4? Is 5 most furry?
It's your scale. I don't know about the culture.
It's not even my scale.
I don't know nothing about your culture, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why take your mind off of this one?
Okay, yeah, this is Rody. Rody from Civil War. one cost 2k power, 1k counter. On play, if your leader has the Minks type and your opponent has 7 or more rested cards, KO up to one of your opponent's cost 2 or lower cards.
Yeah.
This is kind of like
Zoro
Catviper.
tech.
Yeah.
This is Zoro tech straight up.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Catviper's party, so it seems like he cares about that stuff more.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this one, it aligns with the Catviper stuff, but it doesn't align with other Catviper being a good card. So I'm gonna give it a 1.
I'll give it a 1 as well. I don't see a world in which these 1 costs like are good anymore.
Yeah, like it has to be like
immediate
our
value.
Red Green Law comes back. You know, right? Because otherwise, like, what world? Like the earliest you could get this off is again, your opponent goes first. They play something on 3. They attack with it on 5. They play something on 5, tapping out, and they attack with their leader. So like, what 1 drops on the board that you care about killing? They played a 1-drop blocker on turn 1. Who's doing that, right? So, yeah.
Unless you put this in Perona, but you can't because that's Minks.
I don't think it's that good.
Your leader is Minks.
I think you could Sharpie out the word has the type, and then it would still be bad. Wanda's here.
Wanda.
1 drop, 2k power, 1k counter. It's your on-play look at top 5 for a Minks type card other than Wanda, and add to your hand, but the rest of the bottom. Usual suspect, 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Passes the bar.
Yeah. This is the most dog art I've seen a dog furry be dog.
So furry scale?
5. Yeah. This is truly like, this looks like somebody's dog. Like, I don't know. Like, I understand she's like a person. And
She got
like,
the dog in her?
I think the dog is out. I think
Who
they let the dogs out.
Who let the dog out?
Who? This is what they're gonna end the characters on?
BB! What a goat, dude. 4K 2 drop. BB!
I'm just happy that he's happy.
You're gonna be a BB. And then, of course, we have our events. First is Electrical Looter. This is a pre-release bomb. Pre-release bomb alert. Make sure to check out the pre-release guide. Main, all opponents' rested characters who cost 7 or less won't be active during the opponent's next refresh step.
Oh, that's sick.
Trigger rest up to one of your opponent's characters. Yeah, this is literally just essentially like is a time walk in a lot of ways in terms of like how the One Piece card game is played. So 3 Dawn, 3 mana time walk is pretty good.
Literally more of a time walk than the 10 cost Luffy is.
It's crazy in pre-release though because like you just have to attack and you're just like there's like no. I mean there's actually more rush in this set than usual, granted. But it's like you just don't attack their characters. Like they attack and they're like, okay, they have to attack my characters. So they kill me next turn and I have like 4 characters. I kill them next turn. And I have 4 characters. And you're like, no, I'll swing it out the leader. And they're like, okay, I won't die. And they're like, great, I'll Electrical Luna. I'm like, oh shit, I die. So, yeah.
That's sick.
This
like
card
this card.
is really good. I think this is constructed playable as well.
Yeah, I agree.
3.5.
3.5.
I think in constructed there's a lot more of the ability to not have to just attack,
swing
right?
out, yeah.
Because there's so many ways to generate advantage or get angles on the board, turn over turn. So unlike pre-release, it won't be as played into, but still very powerful.
It's
and
just
trigger Arrest Guard, trigger Punk Gibson some shit, like love it. I'll save this one for you in the culture.
Garchu.
No, say it with sincerity.
I don't know. What does that mean? Gotta shoot? I don't actually know.
Wait, do you not read One Piece?
I read One Piece.
Or watch One Piece?
I don't watch One Piece.
So like reading. You don't have to watch it to understand.
Is it Garchu?
Yeah, and
right?
when they cuddle you.
Oh.
They're like, Garchu.
Oh, that's cute. You
Yeah.
want me to say it like that?
And Chopper loves it when Tristan Garchus him.
Aww.
And then Sanji loves it when any female Minks Garchus him.
Sanji furry?
I mean, he just loves women. All women.
Nothing but respect.
Except for trans women we learned last time. We learned the Black Star
I think he respects them. I think he at least respects them.
Your arguments are getting a little crosswise.
Garchu! It's a 1 cost main. You may rest one of your Minks characters. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters. So you rest one of yours, they rest one of theirs.
Yeah, it's a better version of the 3-drop things we've seen before, especially because it just costs 1. Like the barrier.
It endangers one of your Minks though.
You just rest like your Wanda though, right? Like
sure,
I feel you just rest your Wanda.
To rest their like 8 cost.
And it has trigger draw card, so if it's not relevant, you're just like, I will replace this card.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like if it can rest anything.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah.
So you rest anything, and then you can lock it down with Carrot.
Yeah.
You can Electrical Luna it. I think with the number of support characters that do exist in this deck that kind of build up your board, this is fine.
Yeah. I think, like maybe like this is amazing like turn 2 play, right? Where you like you have a Wanda on board and then you're just like, okay, I'm gonna start like locking your threat onto my life already. You just Garchu this and then
I also wonder like just this deck, because it has so many ways to lock things down, that it doesn't need to make multiple attacks in a turn. I think it just needs to make sure it triggers its effects right. So I think it's more than happy to just like give up an attack to make sure more cards are gonna be locked down. Or interacted with, or you can combine it with like X-Drake or something like that, right?
Yeah.
AKA rest a card. I think it's okay giving up the attack for the tempo of the board control itself. And so like we don't have to look at it in that way where it's like resting a character but we're already getting ahead. So if they're gonna KO, if they're gonna attack this rested character anyway, that's more tempo for me, you know?
I really like this. I really like the Minks sub archetype because it feels like we're board controlling in a very different way that we haven't seen. It's really cool.
And it feels good instead of just being different.
Yeah.
I give this like a 2.5, so but I feel like this gets played potentially still.
I think it gets played. I think I'd run this if I was building this deck. I think I'd run it at 3.
Yeah.
I think this is a 3.
We will sell our comrades to the enemies. Garchu. For 1 main, you can rest 2 of your characters. All of your characters can't be KO'd by your opponent's card effects at the end of your opponent's next turn. Bye-bye, Black. Trigger rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters will cost them 3 or less. This is the real out, although you do have the rest 2 characters, which can be hard if you're... The thing is, like, against the decks you want this, it's like, oh, how often do I have 2 characters on the board right now that I can just give up, right? It feels like you almost like, I just played these 2 characters and I'm going to immediately rest them.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the only out is if, like, you've been able to keep Lucci from, like, playing too many things on board, and they only have, like, 1 character on board, and you have it, like, locked down, right? So it's like, this is the Moria turn. They have the tap out for the Moria, but now they can't KO anything, so they'll just swing a 5k leader. I'll be fine.
Dude, I think you do this and you put it on your useless kid, right?
Oh, it's not type lock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not type. Cause you know what I was about to say before that? I think it was type lock. I was gonna be like, I think it'd be cool if this just drew a card to replace itself. And then it's like, oh, you can use this on Eustace. Yeah. Oh shit, yo, you
can use this on Zoro.
You know, you can use this. Wait, on Zoro?
Yeah, on 9-cost Zoro. So you rest him and then you stand him back up.
Oh sure. Yeah, to mitigate the cost.
Pretty cool.
I was about to say, you can use this on 5-drop kid to activate in the turn you play him.
Oh, we cooking.
We're cooking.
Oh, we cooking.
This feels like Law Tech now. Our Red Green Law Tech.
Wait, hold up. This is a good card.
And guess what also is a Red Green Law Tech? This 5-drop carrot.
Actually is. Actually is.
Let's go!
Wait, that's kind of lit.
3.5.
3.5.
Asterisk. Maybe just a 3.
I think asterisk maybe a 4.
Okay, here's a push card though. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah, 3 cost, Zoe. Activate main. You may rest a stage. If your leader has the Mink types set up to one of your Dawn as active. End of your turn, up to one of your Mink type characters becomes active. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the first stage where I'm like, this is good.
That's nice.
So you can like attack with a Pedro and rest the Pedro. You get to make sure you have Dawn up after casting for like combat and turning on your Dawn X like attacks. Most importantly, aside from just re-negging a blocker, you can do something like get in with Pekoms, and then send it back to active, and these can't be KO'd. You can get in with your rush character and send it back to active. So, you know, you just protect your characters. It's not even about like protecting your leader with a blocker. It's like just protecting your characters to create your tempo. Like attacking with Carrot and then setting it active so the leader can't swing into it. Yeah, this card's like a 3.5. So it's great.
This is really cool. Yeah, I think that's a 3.5 as well.
And again, builds on what I was also talking about too. Like, we don't want to go wide. We want to have selective, like, 2, maybe 3 cards on board and really leverage just like those cards.
Yeah. This is really cool. I really think that the Minks are doing like something completely different we haven't seen in One Piece yet.
Yeah, like making like a good stage.
Yeah.
It's the best stage since Moby Dick and oh god, what's Aces?
Striker?
Striker. Yeah. Not even an argument. Like you could say, you know, Kingdom of Germa, but it's just another version of a card we've seen a million times.
Yeah.
So yeah, this card's great.
Really cool card.
And our final green card for the set is an SP starter deck 1 Bonney. Again, this is what I'm talking about. How like the backgrounds look way more fitting for the individual characters. Yeah. I know they're reusing a lot of like the flowers and the clouds, but the way they're able to make it like work. No, I mean from card to card though.
Oh,
like,
for sure. Okay, yeah.
But the way they're able to make them feel authentic to the characters more than I think the OP05 ones is doing a lot for me.
Yeah.
And man, I just picked up some CS Bonnies and I only got 3, so this will be the perfect 4th one for my Red Green Law All-Star deck right here. This is a good one.
Really cool.
That is it for all of our green cards, guys. Let us know in the comment section down below what you think. If there's anything you disagree with or any cards you are particularly hyped about. We already have our red guide up, and of course, next is going to be good old blue. But if you want to see them all right now, instead of waiting for tomorrow, if you're watching this today came out, you can become a member. Members of the channel, of course, get access to content up to 2 weeks early and support all the stuff we do here to let us make more great content for you guys. Luke, anything else you want to say before we head out?
I fully support the furry community.
I want to note that I have no shame for the furry community. I embrace them wholly.
Yeah.
I just like to make Luke squirm because he says he has love for them, but he rejects them some reason, you know.
You can love without being.
You're like a first grade boy having a crush on a girl. You're like, no, she's yucky. No, stop. Why would you say I like her? No. Just wait for the carrot guy, guys. Just wait for the carrot guide. We'll see you next time.
Oh my god.